All right, so good evening, Paola Wilson. Thanks for being here. And again, thanks for being on time. I'm going to start today's class with you both. All right, we're going to do, as always, two things to begin with. I'm going to give you some reminders. We are going to review what we were doing, and we're going to keep going. All right, that's going to be the third one. So, first, the reminders. Please, we are working on Pearson as well. So remember that today, 11:59 p.m. is the last chance for completing all the assignments for Unit 1. All right, if you remember, I assigned those ones on Monday, and you had until today, right, 11:59 p.m. to complete all those assignments. So after today's class, in case you didn't finish, you can go to Pearson and finish them. All right. Then also on Pearson today, and right now in front of you, I'm going to show you that one. I'm going to assign the first quiz. As is stated in the calendar, today, Friday, I have to assign the first quiz. And you're going to have today, tomorrow, and Sunday. All right, you're going to have those 3 days to take this quiz. It's not only going to be 1 day, okay? You're going to have 3 days. So please be sure that you're going to take that quiz. In case you have any questions about it, you can let me know. But again, a quiz is like any assignment, okay? It's going to be here in the assignment section. You only go there, and you're going to find that one of them is going to be the test, okay? It says integrated skills test for Unit 1. I'm going to show you how it looks, all right? So let me assign it first. Okay, so B, Unit 1, and review quizzes. All right, so this is what I always assign after you complete the assignments. So it's review quiz integrated skills. That's the name that you need to look for. All right, it's for all of you. And as I told you, until Sunday, 11:59 p.m. All right, so you can take it today, tomorrow, or Sunday. You have the time to do it. Please, the difference between this one and the previous one, Paola and Wilson, is that you need to complete the quiz only in 50 minutes. All right, it means that even though you have 3 days, you have to choose one of those days because you can take it only one time. Okay, you can take it only one time, and it's going to be 50 minutes. All right, once you open the quiz, you need to finish the quiz. All right, but again, you have a lot of days to see which one you're going to have the time to take it. So 50 minutes, only one attempt, and that's it. And how it looks is like this. I'm going to show you now. All right, and like this. Okay, good. So this is your course over here. And these are all your assignments, right? I can see that most of you completed the 4 of them. That's great. If you're still missing, again, be careful, please. There are some assignments that only 3 students have completed, right, out of 4. So you have, again, today until 11:59 p.m. to complete them. And one more. There you go. This is going to be the quiz. All right, it says, it's Model B, B1. It's the name of the unit. And then it says review quizzes, B1 review quiz integrated skills. All right, again, the only difference, Paola Wilson, and also to remind you, Larissa, is that once you open this one, you cannot close it. You have to complete it. All right, so be sure to have those 50 minutes to finish the quiz once you open this assignment. Okay, so that's everything related to Pearson. If you have any questions, please let me know. No? All right, let's keep going then. All right, so that's Pearson. Again, don't forget about those 2 things. Now we can close Pearson. We're going to keep working. We are still working on Unit 1. So once again, I'm going to share the link so that you can write some examples over here. And we are going to keep working and finish working with requests, right? If you remember, we were taking a look at using models for requests. So the link is in the chat. And whenever we have to write examples, you can go there. So let's keep working. Let's try to review a little bit. And I'm going to ask you a question. This is for you, Larissa. All right, Larissa. Yesterday we covered, oh, well, not yesterday, sorry. On Wednesday we covered making requests and also making offers. Okay, requests and offers. So Larissa, what is the difference between making a request and making one offer? What do you say?
Making requests is for asking anything, and making offers is when I offer something to somebody, my help maybe.
Okay, good. Let's be more precise in the first one. I think the second one is very good. In the request, Larissa, who does the action? I mean, you are asking, right? But who does the action? You or the person you are asking to?
And the person, the other person.
The other person, right? Good. So you can say, right, that there is another person that is going to do something for you, right? It's going to do something for me. But in offers, you are going to do something for another person, right? So it's the opposite. But it's good, Larissa. So to finish with you, please give me one example, all right, making request, and give me one example making an offer, please, Larissa. I'm going to put it here. What do you say?
Okay.
What examples can you give me?
Making requests, can you bring me the cell phone, please? And the offer, can I can I go, how I say traerte, maybe?
One more time, what word, Larissa?
Traerte o traer.
To bring,
The mismo.
bring you.
Can I bring you a cup of coffee?
Okay. Good, it's okay. And also you can use bring, or if you want, you can use get, Larissa, all right? It's also the same meaning. So you can say, can I bring you something to drink? Can I bring you a cup of coffee? Or you can say, can I get you a cup of coffee? All right. In both cases, you're offering to bring that for that person. All right. So it's also correct, Larissa. Good. Thank you, Larissa. Good. So there you go. Those are requests. All right. And offerings. We're going to go now to invitations, and we are going to understand the difference. But before going to invitations, please, as well, Larissa and Wilson, you're also going to give me some examples, please. I'm going to start with you, Wilson. Give me, please, one example using, well, making requests, and one example offering something, Wilson. What examples could you give me?
Okay. An offer. It could be could we get you something to drink? And making requests is like, would you mind lend me $10?
Okay, good. In that one, right, we still didn't cover would you mind, but you can use that structure as well. But remember that there is one thing, we didn't cover that yesterday, but after mind, we are going to use the gerund. It means the
Lending.
verb with ing.
Yeah.
Okay, one more time, please.
Would you mind lending me $10?
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Wilson. That's correct. So offering and request. Now, Paola, the same with you, please, Paola. Give me one example telling me one request and the other one offer, please.
Okay. Mm, mm. Can you can you can you go to a party with me?
Okay, but that one, Paula, if you realize, that's going to be an invitation,
Yes.
right? Because it's an invitation. Can you go to the party with me? But remember, for a request, the person has to do something for you. All right, not with you, but for you. All right, the action has to be performed for the person, and you are not going to be included. So what do you say? What could it be?
Can you can you buy some coffee for me? It's
Yes, it is correct, right? And you can simply say, can you buy some coffee? Even if it's not for you, you are asking them, another person, to do the action, right? And you are not doing the action. So if you say, right, can you go with me? It's an invitation. But if you say, can you buy some coffee, please? It means that he's going to buy the coffee for you. You can say for me, but sometimes it's not necessary because it's going to be understandable. All right, good. Then that's a request. All right, someone else does something for you. What about an offering, Paula? For an offering, you have to do something for another person, but you have to ask that in form of the question. How could it be?
Can I help you to do the dinner? To make the dinner?
Correct. Can I help you to do, or help can be directly with the base verb, right? Can I help you make the dinner? Great. That's correct, Paula. Thank you very much. Good. So please don't forget that one. It's for all of you guys. A request, right? Someone else does something for you. Offerings, you are doing something for someone else. All right. Now we're going to invitations. And invitations, you are going to do something together. And again, an invitation is going to be something related to an event, mainly to an activity that you want to share with that person. All right, that's going to be the difference again. Later on, we're going to write examples. Right now, it's only going to be speaking, but let's read this one with you, please, Daniel. Invitations.
Okay, hello guys, good evening. We use can, will, could, and would like when we invite someone to do something. Can you come to my house for dinner? Will you come to the dance with me? Would you celebrate Chinese New Year with us? Would you like to go to the cinema?
Thank you very much, Daniel. So good. What is the main difference over here? If you realize, an offering again is when you are going to do something for that person. Okay, so here you also say, would you like? But you don't give an invitation, right? Yesterday we were saying that, we said it was okay, but as you can see, it is better if in offerings is only you that you are doing the action for another person. But in invitations, you want someone to do the action with you. Okay, not for you, but with you. So that's why you can ask here, right? Would you like to go to the cinema together? You and I would go together. All right, so that's the difference between offer something, all right, and invite someone. So let's try to work. Again, here only speaking first. I'm going with you, Larissa. Invitations. If I ask you, Larissa, from these questions, can you come? Will you come? Could you or would you celebrate or would you like? Which one do you think is the least, all right? Or yes, the least formal, and which one do you think is the most formal?
Can is informal. Can and will, I think. And cool and wool is more formal.
Okay, good, good, right? Sometimes we would you like, it's going to be very formal, or would as well. Could is also formal, right? But would could be very formal. Good. So let's work with one of those, please, Larissa. It's going to be with the informal one. Can. Give me, please, one invitation using can, Larissa, and also one using would to make it formal and informal.
Okay. Can you come to the I hope I don't know. Can you come to the I will say de despedidas, la de forward.
It depends. Well, what type of event is that? Is la despedida de
Dinner.
soltero, you mean?
No, dinner
Okay.
or party. De
Oh,
despedida.
so you can say only the goodbye party or the goodbye dinner.
There is a word, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's try to use any word
Okay.
then, Larissa.
Can you come to goodbye party? That is informal and formal. Would you like come to the goodbye party? Maybe.
Okay, good. The only difference, remember, if you use would you like, then the verb is going to be with to.
Okay.
To come. Good. Perhaps it's the farewell. There's another way to say that one, the farewell party, but I'm not sure what type of event you're telling me. Could be the goodbye party, the farewell party, all right. But again, if you tell me the specific event or you find the word, let me
Yes,
know,
that
please.
farewell is maybe for job
One more time, please, Larissa.
for the job.
For
A
job
person
could
who
be.
job.
It's possible to use it farewell. Farewell is more formal, right? So it can be a farewell dinner or party to again say goodbye to someone or to finish working in a place.
Okay.
All right, good, great. Thank you, Larissa. One more, all right? Then we're going to divide this into. This is going to be for you, Paola, please. Now you can give me the invitation that you were telling me before, but give me please two invitations. Again, one with can and one with would and like. What do you say, Paola?
Okay. Would you like, oh no, it's here. Would you like to go to the theater this weekend?
Yes, it is correct. Good. One more, please, using can this time.
Can you come to my country house this weekend?
Good. It's also correct. Can you go or can you come to my country house? It's good. Thank you, Paola. All right. So that's it. Invitation is correct as long as you are inviting someone to do something with you. All right. It can be movement, right? Can you go with me? Would you like to go with me? Will you go with me? Or it can be directly the action. For example, can you eat dinner tomorrow with me? Or will you, all right? Will you, I don't know, dance? Okay, will you dance with me tonight? Will you watch a movie with me? Would you like to do whatever, but you have to perform that action together? Okay, it can be any verb as long as it's a verb that make me understand that you want to do that together. All right, so that's invitation. Now let's go ordering in a restaurant. This is going to be the opposite for offering, right? But you can use these expressions. And this is going to be for you, please, Wilson. Order in a restaurant.
Okay. Order in a restaurant. We can use I'll have, I will have when ordering foods or drinks in a restaurant. I'll have a bowl of chicken soup. I'd like, I would like is another way to it's another way of ordering food or drinks. I'd like sausage and eggs. I'd like a cup of coffee, please.
Great. Thank you, Wilson. Let's only work these two words, please, Wilson. This one over here, as this is in plural and this has AU. Remember, AU is always going to be O, and the S has to be noticeable with the E. So it's in singular is sausage, and in plural is going to be sausages. All right, sausages. Let's repeat that one, please.
Sausages.
Okay, good. And this one, remember, as you have double consonant, this A is not going to be E, it's only going to be like a very open A, like X. Let's repeat that one, please.
X.
There you go. Thank you, Wilson.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank
It's like the letter X, right? X. There you go. So good. Two expressions, only two expressions. I'll have and I'd like. Okay, to order in a restaurant. So let's work this one with you, please, Daniel. Let's start. Give me one example using one of them, please, Daniel. Any of those.
Okay. I would like chicken with chips and a soda, please.
Okay, good. That's correct, right? You directly mentioned the food. Thank you, Daniel. I'm going with you, please, now. Let's work with all of you because it's only going to be one of them. Larissa, once again, please. Larissa, in your case, use I'll have, please.
I'll have I have a meat and I don't.
What else could be? Because it's okay, but if you only want meat, right, and only meat, you're not going to use a, right? So you can say directly, I'll have meat or some meat, because meat is going to be considered uncountable. Okay, so you can say, I'll have some meat, and you can add something else. What's something that you can ask for drinking, Larissa?
Orange juice, maybe.
Okay, good, right? And orange juice. And if you realize in that case, Larissa, as in both cases, you are not using quantifiers, you don't need articles with those. All right, so you're going to say, I want some meat and orange juice, please. All right, so with none of them, you're going to use a or an because you don't have a cup, you don't have a jar, or you don't have a plate, so you don't need to count them. All right, so one more time, please, both Larissa.
I have some meat and orange juice.
Good, right? Juice. Thank you,
Teacher,
Larissa.
if I say I want, is incorrect.
I want, it's correct, but you are not going to ask in that way. It's going to be kind of rude, all right? Because it's like very strong. If you say, I want this, it's understandable, all right? And they are going to bring you the food, but it's going to sound weird in a restaurant.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
good, great, you're welcome. Let's go with you, please, Paola, also. With you, Paola, let's use I'd like, please.
Okay, I like burger and a juice for drink.
Okay, good. Now, only two corrections over there. In Larissa's case, right, meat is uncountable. So she can say, right, I want meat, sorry, I'd like meat, or I'd like some meat. But if it's countable, for example, a burger is countable, right? So you have to say there, I want a burger or a hamburger. And if you want to say is something that is liquid, that's going to be uncountable, right? So it's going to be, I want a burger and juice for eating. Okay, if you say four, you have to say eating. And if you say two, it has to be eat. Okay, so one more time, it's going to be, I'd like a hamburger, all right, or a burger and juice for eating or to eat. Let's repeat that one, please, Paola.
I like a burger and a juice for eat.
If you say for, it has to be for eating.
For eating. Okay.
For eat. Oh, good. And if you say two, it's going to be eat. Okay, you have the two options. There you go. Thank you, Paola. And let's finish with you, please, Wilson. With you again, let's use I'll have, please, Wilson.
I'll have a strawberry milkshake.
Okay, all right, good. In that case, again, if you're only mentioning the liquid, can be directly some strawberry milkshake, or you can say a cup of this one, right? If you use the quantifier, you can use the article or an, and if you don't use the quantifier, you can mention directly the object, or you can use the word some when it's not countable. Okay, so let's try to give that again, please, Rosa.
I'll have some strawberry milkshake.
Okay, good, very good. Thank you, Wilson.
Okay,
there you go. So that's ordering in a restaurant. Okay, so just be careful with that one. If you are mentioning something that can be counted, right, you can say, I'd like a dish, for example, right? A dish of this and that, or a cup of this and that. But it's weird that you're going to hear something that I want a coffee. It can be possible, it's informal, but again, the best way to ask for that one is some coffee. Okay, I'd like some meat, some coffee, some juice, or a dish of, a cup of, a jar of, if you can quantify those objects, all right? That's the only recommendation over there. So that's it. And this is what you were telling me, Wilson, but we're going to learn this at the end to finish the lesson. But before going to that part, guys, okay, before going there, let's write some examples. It's going to be very important that you can write examples for all those categories. So in the chat, just in case, I'm copying and pasting the link once again. So please, we are going to write 4 examples, okay? And it's going to be 3 questions and the last request, okay, for the restaurant. So please write 1 question making requests. Remember, when you make requests, someone is doing something for you. Okay, 1 question making requests, 1 question offering something. Here, you are doing something for that person. Okay, you are doing something for that person. 1 question for invitations. Here, you want to do something with that person. Okay, you want to do it together, or you want him or her to be part of your activity. And finally, you're going to order something in a restaurant. Okay, this is not going to be a question. This is a statement. All right, so one more time, and you ask me if you have any questions. One question for request, one question for offerings, one question for invitation, and one statement for ordering in a restaurant. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, we're going to give ourselves 3 minutes, more or less, a little bit more, and we check. All right, let me know, please, if you have any doubts. And just in case, remember that all the presentations are on Google Classroom. So in case you want to take a look at the examples, right, go to Unit 1 and go to the second lesson, Models of Request. And you can take a look at the presentation and use it as a guide. Right, so I'm here. Okay, we'll check in 30 seconds, please. Let's remember we need 4 examples, right? One request, one offer, one invitation, and one ordering. All right, let's see how you're doing. And again, we're going to finish working together if it's necessary to help you out. So I'm going to start with you, please, Daniel. I think that you have your ideas. Let's read the 4 examples, please.
Okay. Can you bring your charger with you? I've lost mine. Would you like to watch a movie this weekend? Can you go to the party on Saturday night? I'll have a tuna sandwich and a peach juice, please.
Thank you very much, Daniel. So again, only one thing, as I said at the beginning, yesterday we said that this is correct, right? And it's good, but let's make only one change in number 8, please. For offerings, to notice the difference, all right, between offering and invitation, because the difference can be very subtle, all right? Sometimes you can use them in both ways, but in offerings, let's try to state something in which you do something for someone else, all right? Because that one, it's okay, it's like an offer, but it feels like an invitation, right? What can you do to change that one? And so that you are doing something for someone else and the other person is just receiving the action.
Could be would you like an apple juice?
Okay, yes. If you offer something directly, for example, food or drinkings, right, it's going to be good. There you go, right? And there, remember, you can say a jar of apple juice or some apple juice. It's going to be better, or just like that. Okay, good. There you go, Daniel. I think the rest of the ideas are working very good. First, someone is doing something for you, then you're doing something for someone, then you are doing something together, and finally you are ordering something at a restaurant, right? I think that's it, Daniel. I don't know if you have any questions or comments. Let me know, please.
Okay, if we want, when your friends, everybody, I don't know, one person takes the order for everyone. So one person just tell to the attendant, not the attendant, what is the name? To the
waiter?
To the waiter, the entire request. So how can we say this? If for example, if someone or everybody wants different classes of juices, should I say, okay, I want, or I'll have one orange juice, one peach or apple juice or something like that? That's correct, or one glass?
In that case, any of those ideas is going to work, right? If you're a group, you have to decide then, as in Spanish, right? One person can be the only one speaking, and that person can say, hey, we'll have a glass of this juice, another glass of this juice, the other one is going to be this one, all right? So you can make a list. One of these, the other one like this, the next one like this, all right? And if it's going to be only a glass, you have to be specific, right? Because if you ask in general, if it's only one person and you ask, I would like some juice, right? The waiter is going to perhaps suppose that you want only a glass if you're one person, okay? It's going to suppose that you want a glass. But if you're a group, it's going to suppose that you want a jar, okay? That you want a jar, not only a glass. But if you want to be specific and each person is going to ask for only one glass of each type of juice, it's better to be specific with quantifiers, right? And you can say, I'll have a glass of this juice, she'll have a glass of this other juice, or one by one, you can ask your own glass of juice that you're going to be asking. All right, so it's going to be a decision. Yeah, tell me.
That's common, right?
Correct.
Be specific with your order.
with your ordering, exactly. And mostly when you are in group. Sometimes when you are alone, again, the waiter can make some suppositions, but it's better to be specific, right? Here in terms of grammar, you can say some juice, but it's better if you ask for a glass of juice or for a jar of juice, right?
Okay.
Because it's going to be different. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Let's go with you now, Wilson. Let's read your ideas, please, Wilson.
Okay, can you bring me my jacket, please? Would you like a cup of juice? Will you come to my wedding? I'll have some salads.
Great. Thank you very much, Wilson. I think it's working good. Someone is doing something for you. You are offering something to someone, right? You are offering something in order for you to do something together and ordering in a restaurant, right? With some salad. Again, as Daniel was saying, you can say some salad. Here, some salad is only going to be understood as a dish of salad, right? There's
Yeah.
not a lot of possibilities. With drinks, you have possibilities, right? It can be a glass, it can be a jar, but sometimes with the salad and with the food, it can only be a plate. You cannot decide the size of the plate, right? So in this case, could be okay. My only recommendation would be in this one, Wilson, instead of cup of juice, it's better if we say a glass, all right? A glass of juice, because cups are usually going to be used for different kind of liquids, right? For example, tea or coffee, all right? For
Okay.
juices, it's better to use a glass, okay?
A glass.
Just to be more specific. Exactly. That's it, Wilson. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay, thank you very much. Larissa, let's go to you, please. You're welcome.
Could you bring me the bill, please? Will you stay for dinner with me tonight? Can I show you how to fix that? Would you like to travel with me next month? I like some meat and soda.
Okay, thank you very much, Larissa. Now, just to order these ideas, I think you have great examples, but let's analyze. The first one is request, right? Because someone else is doing something for you, right? So this is request. I'm going to write it like R. That's request. Now, would you stay for dinner with me tonight? What do you think is that one? If it's for being offering, let's put it this way, for being an offering, the other person has to do something for you. If you are doing something together, that's going to be an invitation. So what is this one, Larissa? And what do you say? Is this an offering or is this an invitation?
That is an invitation.
It's an invitation, right? So let's write it. We're going to then see what's missing. Then, can I show you how to fix that? What is this one? Is this an offering or an invitation?
No, the second is answering request. I say the
Okay, but actually, if you realize in answering for a request, it's only how you answer, right? You can say, I can, I will, but you don't say, I want, right? Remember, we only have four types. It's going to be requests, offerings, invitations, and orders, right? So, but I think it's okay. What you're doing, it's okay, because look, this is request, correct? But this is invitation in a different order. You did it in a different order, but it's correct. This is invitation because you want to do something together. Okay, so this is going to be an invitation because of the structure. Because also you can use would, Larissa, for request. It's correct to use would for request. But remember that in a request, you are asking someone to do something for you, but you're not doing that together. All right, this one. What is number 5? What do you say? Is this an offering, a request? Offering, right? Correct. So as you can see, you have the 3 already. It's good. What about this one? Number 6.
It's an invitation too.
Invitation as well. Very good. And the last one is going to be order, right? I'd like some meat and soda. That's it. Again, following, right, Danielle's idea, you can be more specific and you may say, and a jar of this, or a can of soda, or a glass of soda, right? Or simply like that if it's obvious and you know more or less and he understands, all right? And in number 4, again, it's correct, Larissa, but remember, you can use would for request, you can use would for invitation. The only difference is going to be what you are asking. Okay, if you're asking someone to do something for you and you're not doing anything, it's going to be request. But if you are asking someone to do something with you, it's going to be invitation. All right, that's the only difference, that is. Do you have any questions? Let me know, please.
No, teacher.
Okay, thank you. And we are closing this one with you, please, Paola. Let's read your ideas, please.
Okay. Could you please bring the chairs to the garden? Can I help you to set the table? Would you like to go to the comedy show? I would like a cup of tea and a slice of cake, please.
Great. Very good, Paul. I think it's very, very good. You're specific also with quantities. So I think it's working perfectly. All right, working perfectly. It's not a recommendation or observation. It's optional, Paula. All right, with help, you can use infinitive or you can use base verb. All right. Sometimes it's more common to use base verb than to use the infinitive, but both are correct. Okay. Can I help you to set the table? Can I help you set the table? That's just optional. All right. But everything else is working very good, Paola. I don't know if you have any questions. I don't have observations.
No, it's okay, teacher.
Great, thank you very much, Paola. So there you go. All right, so again, of course, you don't need to theorize, right? What's going to be invitation, offering when you are having a conversation. This is just to make you realize that idea, okay? Now, let's go to the last part, and this is something that Wilson was mentioning. These are some formal, very formal ways to request something. All right, very formal ways. One way is in which Wilson did it, but there's also another way using if, as I mentioned before. If you want to be very formal, you can use this way of asking something, of offering something. All right, let's read these ideas, please. Also, the formulas. I'm going to ask you to work with the first one, please. Actually, let's work the first one with you, please, Wilson. Do you mind?
Sorry, I didn't hear you, teacher.
Yes, let's only read this one, please, Wilson. The first idea and the formula.
Okay. Do you mind if plus subject plus verb form plus complement? Do you mind if I join you?
Great. Thank you, Wilson. So again, this is very common, all right? Do you mind if I sit next to you? Do you mind if I go with you, right? So it's a kind, can be sometimes offering, can be sometimes invitation, but more offering, okay? So you're offering to do something or just to communicate something, okay? Do you mind if? Then do you have, would you mind if? And there's a very interesting difference here. This is for you, please, Daniel. Would you mind?
Would you mind if plus subject plus verb, simple past, plus complement? Would you mind if I joined you?
Thank you, Daniel. So the only difference between do you mind and would you mind is that would you mind is going to be more formal. Okay, this is not past, okay? You are using past, but it's not a past question. Both are present questions. And you can say, right, do you mind if I sit next to you? Would you mind if I sat next to you? All right, both ideas express the same, it's only level of formality. All right, and the last one is for you, please, Larissa. Would you mind with gerund?
Would you mind plus verb plus ing gerund plus complement. Would you mind joining? Joining?
Correct. Thank you, Larissa. And this is more like an invitation, right? And Wilson used this idea, can be a request or invitation, right? Would you mind joining me, right? Would you mind going there with me? Would you mind doing this, doing that? Also can be request. All right. And again, this is extra. You can take this into account. It's not going to be evaluated now, but you can use them. All right, again, just as something extra. That's to finish. We are going to finish here. As always, you have these links to work, all right, by yourselves. If you feel that you need to practice requests, you can use these links. And again, to finish this one, I'm just going to ask you some questions before going to the next lesson to have a conversation, all right, and to have that break. I'm going to start this conversation with you, Daniel. All right. How often, Daniel, do you use any of these type of questions in your workplace or any environment in which you are, Daniel? What's the type of questions that you ask the most often?
Type of questions. I use a lot of could I, wear this, should I also. Oh, okay. What else? I am not accustomed to use would. Would I, would you like, would. I'm also use can, but I read in a document to that we have to avoid the question, for example, can I help you? Because as I read, this means that you think that the person that you're asking for, uh, I don't know if this is correct. Maybe you can help me, but this means that you don't think that the person can do it, but can do the thing by herself or himself. So it's more properly to ask, may I help you with something? So I'm accustomed to use may I help you as well.
Thank you very much, Daniel. And yes, it's kind of as you were able to see, it's the least formal way of asking something, right? Can I help you? And again, not everyone is going to take that in a negative way, right? I believe that you cannot do it, but yes, it's going to be kind of very informal, and some people may take it in that way. All right, it's not the exact meaning, but it's very informal because can, again, it's ability, right? More than offerings, can is ability. So in that sense, what you're saying, Daniel, is correct. But again, in informal conversations or with friends, if you are right with a group and you ask that one with can, there's not going to be any problem, right? But to avoid that confusion, as you're saying, Daniel, it's better to always use, if you want to offer something, can be will, or also for permission, or sometimes for offering can be may, right? May I do this, right? But may is going to be mainly for permission, right? May I help you? Because you are asking for permission, and that person is going to say, yes, you may, right? It's permission in a certain way. But if you want to be more direct with questions or offerings, you can use will, that can be very interesting, or could, right? But it's good. Now, the last one, Daniel, with you. In your work, for example, are you used to asking requests, offerings, invitations? What's the category that you use the most in your workplace?
Regarding categories, I'm most accustomed to ask for requests in some cases. Not offerings. I didn't have the chance to ask or to give some offer. Invitations could be But the most part of the time I ask for requests or requests.
Very good. And to finish this one, what is the one question that you ask the most? Try to tell me the entire question. What is the question that you realize that you repeat a lot? Could be in your life, in your work, or with someone.
I don't use a lot of can. I use more could. Could I work on that task in this way? This is correct or something like that. As about a confirmation regarding one thing, one specific task. So I'm used to ask about that because with the answer, I can go following a choice if it's correct or not, or make a decision.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Daniel. And I think it's a good idea to use could, right? It's formal and it works right there. Thank you, Daniel. Good. Now I'm going with you, Larissa. The same idea. First, what is the type of questions, all right, Larissa? What's the type of question, let's say, that you are used to asking, Larissa? Do you ask a lot of requests? Do you ask for offerings, invitations? What is something that you ask a lot, Larissa?
Offers and invitations, I think, for me.
Good. And in what context do you do that? For example, Larissa, do you ask those questions in your personal life, in your workplace, perhaps, I don't know, in your study place? In what context do you use those type of questions the most?
Offers in my job, maybe to ask or do something. An invitation for daily routine with my family, friends.
Very good. Right in your personal life could be, right? Good, good. To finish this one, give me please one example, all right? One question that you kind of always ask in your work, all right? Offerings, and one invitation that you ask a lot in your personal life.
Okay, in offers, can I do something else maybe? Or
Good.
how I can help you? And invitation, would you like accompany? How I say acompañar?
Join, you can say join.
Okay. Would you like join me to somewhere where I
Good.
go?
Great, right? And remember, would you like to join me, right? With the to join me. Good, very good. I think the first two questions were very good, Larissa, right? Can I do, and you can say if, and this is interesting, Larissa, if you say something, sometimes you only use some and something when it's something specific or when it's invitation. All right, if it's not an invitation and it's something that you don't know, you can use anything in exchange. All right, so you can say, can I do anything else? Okay, because anything implies whatever you want, all right? And not eat anything or whichever you want because you don't have options, right? But whatever you want, okay? Anything else. And the question was very good. Only remember that can is going to be a little bit more like so it's going to be, how can I help you? Right? Just that one, Larissa. Let's repeat the last question, please. How can I help you?
How can I help you?
Okay, there you go. Thank you very much, Larissa. Good. I'm going with you now, Paola. The same ideas, Paola. What's the type of questions that you are used to using in your life or in your personal life, in your workplace? What's is it offerings? Is it requests, invitations? What do you say?
I think I use more well, sometimes request, sometimes offer, more in the work, because I work with another person, so sometimes they need help, so I offer. Invitation is more for my friends, or maybe to do something. Orders, not used always, maybe because I'm not going frequently to the restaurants, so this.
Perfect. Thank you, Paola. Let's give some examples, please. You're right? Lately, it's been harder to go out or to eat out. Perhaps nowadays, little by little, right? It's getting back to normal. But yes, it's not that common perhaps now. But let's give some examples, please, Paola. Try to give me one example of something that you kind of always ask at work, one type of offer, and one invitation that you are used to giving to your friends.
Okay. Maybe to offer can I help you to, how do you say servir?
It depends. Is it in a restaurant? In what type of context, Paola?
I work at the beer company, so sometimes my friend need to, I don't know how to say it, servir beer to
Okay, good. So that's
role.
Good. So you have options there, Paola. That's why it's different, right? Because you can serve. If you serve, that's not the one you want to use because you serve at a place, right? Doing something. But to do that is to pour some water. Okay, so you can say, can I help you to pour some beer? All right. It can be pour some beer, or directly, right, to give them some beer or to have them some beer. All right, it's directly with one of those. To pour directly, that's the exact translation. All right, to pour the beer in the glasses, to give the beer, or to have them some beer. All right, one of those. Let's try to give the idea once again, please, Paola.
Can I help you to pour the beer?
Okay, to pour some beer for them, you can say, right? To pour some beer for them. All right, good. And what is one invitation that you usually ask to your friends?
Would you like to would you like to drink a coffee? A cup of coffee?
Yes, correct, right? Would you like to drink a cup of coffee? Would you like to go to that place, right, and drink some coffee, right? You have many options there. Great. Thank you, Paola. All right, that's going to be it. And I'm finishing with you, Wilson. The same idea, please, Wilson. Tell me what type of questions are you used to asking in your personal life, in your work?
Okay, the most common, I think, is the offers. Can I help you in my university? I studied physics, and in laboratory, I work with the students, and I always help them for homeworks or something like that. And in my life, to my friend, with my friends, would you like to come here at my house? That's the most common.
Good. Let's try to give exact examples. For example, at work, Wilson, what type of exact example can you give me? Try to imagine that you are in that situation and try to give me the exact question that you would ask.
Can I help you with your no, circuito circuito electrónico?
Okay, with your electronic circuit.
Okay. Electronic circuit. It's an example.
Okay. And the example in your personal life, what type of questions, one example that you ask in, let's say, your personal life?
Would you like to go to party?
Okay, and remember, if it's party, it has to be to a party or to the party, right? With one of those articles. Okay, one more time, please, with one of those articles, Wilson.
Would you like to go to a party?
A party, good. There you go. That's it, Wilson. If you have any questions, let me know, but I think it's working very well.
Okay,
all right.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you very much. Good. And now, Daniel, go with you. It's going to be to pour something, all right? And I'm going to write it over here. Sometimes they write it like that, pouring something, all right? To pour water, to pour a beer, to pour a liquid into a glass or into a cup, all right? Pouring water or pouring something. Okay, good. There you go. You're welcome. Now, let's go to the next part. Again, the next part is not going to be long, but I wanted to have that conversation and closing this one in that way with you, because we only need to use these two words. And it's going to be only speaking, because this is going to be short. Here, we are not going to write examples, okay? But it's going to be using so and such. But let's try to have the conversation as always with you before going to specific examples. This one, I'm starting the idea with you, please, Larissa. If you read so and such, what comes to your mind? How do you use so and such in English, Larissa? What do you say?
So is for something. When we say a lot, maybe.
Okay. For example, what example can you give using so in one example?
So big, so so much.
Okay, good. So it intensifies the idea of something, right? It's an intensifier. That's so big. This is so difficult, right? Good, correct. What about such? In what situations do you use such?
Such. I don't remember such. Maybe for many things.
Okay, for what? One more time, please, Larissa.
Many things.
All right, could be quantity, all right, to say that there's many things over there, but more than quantity is also going to be one type of intensifier, or also for examples. Okay, well, we're going to take a look, Larissa. Let's go then to your partners. Thank you, Larissa. I'm going with you now, Paola. Paola, what do you say about such? When do you use such, or what example do you remember with this word, such?
Such. Mm, uh, I don't know how to explain.
All right. And one example, try not to explain, but is anything in your mind when you hear such? Have you ever heard one example? Again, you don't need to know, right, the meaning. And also perhaps you don't know the example, and it's okay, Paola, we're going to learn here. But have you ever heard this word in one specific statement, Paola?
Yes.
Do you remember a part of that sentence or question?
Maybe I have I have such a wonderful friend.
Correct. Good. This is what we're going to learn here. That's correct. Such a wonderful friend. All right. That's very good. That's the structure. And again, if you realize there, Paola, it's also intensifying that idea, right? I have such a wonderful friend. All right. It means that your friend is wonderful, is very, very good, and you really value your friend. Okay, thank you, Paula. That was a very good example. All right, and one more. And I'm going to work this one with you, please, Wilson. What do you say, Wilson? What do you say about such? Do you know any other ways of using such? Or can you give me any other example? Let me know, please.
She is such an intelligent girl.
Correct.
That's an example. That means like very. It's a synonym of very.
So sometimes can be a synonym. All right. When you say she's such an intelligent girl, you can say that that girl is very intelligent. Exactly. And again, as with so, it means that you are intensifying mainly the adjective, right? Very intelligent girl. Such an intelligent girl, right? Good. Thank you, Wilson. It was correct.
Okay.
Very good. All right, so the next part, let's read these examples to get the idea. And this is for you, please, Daniel. And we are analyzing this one. Let's read these ideas, please.
She is so beautiful. They are so smart. It is such a beautiful day. He is such a gentleman.
Very good. So what is the difference that you see here, Daniel? When do you use so, or when can you use so, and when do you use such?
Well, the little difference that we can see is that we are using a or a before the noun. What else? But yeah, both are used for, how can I say this? Put more emphasis in something, could be?
Yes, it is correct. You can say to emphasize something, to put more emphasis is also correct. If you say put emphasis, is also correct, Daniel. Good. I have one question to even going further, Daniel. If I say here, she's so beautiful girl, is that going to be correct or not? What do you say? She is so beautiful girl.
Yeah, that's a big difference. Yeah, in that case, could be better to use such a beautiful girl.
Good, exactly. And why? What are we adding at the end? that is going to let us use such instead of so?
In that case, beautiful, it's going to be the adjective of the girl. But in this case, beautiful is the main adjective for the main subject that is she. So that comes to my mind.
Good, exactly. And it means also, Daniel, that if you want to use such, if you realize, you need not only an adjective, you need a noun, right? You need something that you can name. So beautiful, correct. But to say they, you say such a beautiful day, right? And this is not because of beautiful, it's because of they, right? Let me delete this one. So you use because you use they, and you use such because you are using they, all right? So the main difference, again, is that you use so with adjectives, as you said very well, Danielle, because beautiful is describing her, but only adjectives, and you use such when you have nouns. And also one adjective could be or only a noun. All right, that's going to be the big difference. So with adjectives, such with nouns, and adjectives describing that noun.
What about
All right,
plural, teacher?
it's possible, but you don't use a. That's going to be the only difference, Daniel. So you can
Oh,
say they are such beautiful people, you can say, okay, or
okay.
such wonderful people. So it's the same. You use such, you don't use so, but you don't use that. That's the only difference over there.
If I say these were such beautiful days, it's correct?
Yes, it is. These were such beautiful days. If it's plural, it's very good. Okay, you can say this or this was such a beautiful day, or these were such beautiful days. It is correct.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
good. Thank you, Daniel. So there you go. All right. So again, if you analyze, that's the only difference. You say so beautiful, but you have to say such a beautiful girl. All right, that's going to be the big and the main difference. Now, before my computer turns off, just give me 1 second, please. This one. All right, let's go to the next part. We're going to finish here, guys. All right, don't worry, we have 10 minutes. We're going to use this time, well, 15 more or less. Explanation. This is for you, please, Paola. Let's read the explanation.
Use so and such to intensify adjectives, adverbs, and nouns.
Thank you, Paola. So again, so and such. And you know, right, which ones you use for nouns. And you know which one you use for adjectives. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. So this one is for you, please, Wilson. Let's read so.
We use so with an adjective or adverb to make it stronger. It's so hot today. She looks so young in that photo. He walks so slowly. It's so annoying.
Thank you, Wilson. The only thing you need to do is using so and after so an adjective, right? This is not hard. So we're going to work with two people. It's going to be Wilson and Larissa. Let's start with you, Wilson, please. Give me one idea, only one idea using so to intensify an adjective, Wilson. What do you say?
Um, this day is so cold.
It is correct, right? This day is so cold, right? Today is so cold. Great. Thank you, Wilson. For you, please, Larissa, try to use an adverb, right? We got to learn adverbs, for example, slowly. But what example can you give me, Larissa, to emphasize, to intensify an adverb?
Um, mm, 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 mm. That I don't know. Mm,
I'm going to help you with some adverbs because I know that using adverbs can be difficult. What about quickly? You can use quickly, beautifully, all right, beautifully, deliciously. One adverb that is, remember, irregular can be
okay.
fast.
Okay, that song passed so quickly. I don't understand.
Okay, good. One more time, because it's okay. If you say so quickly, it's correct. But remember, you need a verb before, right? What happened so quickly, Larissa? One more time, please.
Okay, that song is sounds quickly, or how to
Oh,
say?
all right. But if you say sounds, remember that sound can be a linking verb, right? So you can say sounds fast, but no, perhaps plays, suena. If you say plays, it means the way it's going
Okay.
on. Okay, so use play, please. Use play in your example.
Okay, that song plays so quickly.
Okay, it is correct. That song plays so quickly, all right? Or you can say anything like this, for example, right? She sings so beautifully, right? You work so quickly, so fast, or this works so, and any adverb, all right? Any adverb after a verb is going to be correct. So good. This song plays so quickly. Thank you, Larissa. That's so. All right, that is so. Now we can use so with much and many. This is going to be for you, please. Daniel, let's try to read this one. So much and so many.
Okay, use so many with countable nouns and so much with uncountable nouns to add intensity to an idea. There were so many people there. We had so much time left.
Great. Thank you, Daniel. So many with countable, so much with uncountable, right? Let's try to give ideas with that. And this is going to be for you, please, Paola. What example can you give me using so many? What do you say?
Laura has so many talents.
Okay, it's correct. If you use talent, it can be countable. So many talents, right? So many talents. Good, that's correct, Paola. I'm going with you now. Once again, please, Daniel. What about using so much, Daniel? How can you use so much in any idea?
Okay. There is so much sugar in my coffee.
Good, right? And if you say so much, it can be also something negative, right? There's so much sugar in my coffee, or like too much sugar. It's kind of the same in that case. All right, but again, it intensifies the idea. All right, so many people, so much time. Okay, let's keep working. Again, if you have any questions, you're going to let me know. If here it's not clear, let me know. But you can say, right? So many people were at the party, right? So much time was wasted. She has, as Paula said, right? She has so many talents, or she has so many friends. I have so many things to say, right? They are so many. And you can simply say that, right? They are so many, right? Or it is so much. So you can also use it without something else, but it can be with the right idea before. Okay, let's have that in mind, please. We're going to keep working. Later on, we're going to write some ideas, not today, but right now, speaking is better. This one is for you once again, please, Larissa. So few and so little.
Use so few with countable nouns and so little with uncountable nouns to add intensity to an idea. There were so few people there. We had so little time left.
Thank you, Larissa. So the difference, if you can see here, and you're going to work here, Wilson and Larissa, so much and so many, it intensifies something big, right? So much time, so many friends. But here it intensifies something in less quantity, okay? So few people, so little time, all right? So it intensifies something that is small in quantity, right? Something that is small in quantity. So what do you say, Larissa? I'm starting also this one with you. Give me one example with any of those, Larissa. You decide. So few or so little.
There is so little space for my clothes.
Very good. That was a perfect example. Correct, Larissa, right? So little space, because the space in that context is going to be uncountable, right? And you are putting emphasis on the small quantity, right? Great. Thank you, Larissa. So little space. What about Wilson, you with so few bees? How do you use so few in any idea?
So few. I have so few to make.
Good in that one, but if you realize, you have to be specific, because if you say it in that way, it's going to be considered uncountable, right? Because you can say mucho o poco. So if you say that idea, it's going to be better to say, I have so little to do. All right, I have so little to do. So in order to be sure that you're going to use something countable, Wilson, try to use a word, a countable word after few in that case, to be sure that it's something countable. So what can you use after few in that example?
I have so few to make dishes of salad.
All right. Now, if you want to say that one, it's better if you locate that countable thing after so few. All right. And why this one again, Wilson? Because if you say so few and only you say to do, the action to do is always uncountable. All right. Because you always say this in English, Wilson. I have so much to do. All right. You don't say, for example, I have so many to do.
Yeah.
Right? It's always so much. So it happens the same here, Wilson. You always say, I have so little to do. But if you want to use something countable, you need to use that thing countable after a few. Okay. For example, you can say, I have so few things to do. But let's try to add your objects, please, Wilson. How can you add your objects after a few?
I have so few to
Exactly, after so few, you need the objects. You don't need to use to directly. So few.
So few dishes of salad.
Okay, correct. I have so few dishes of salad, or you can say this one as well, Wilson, right? I have so few dishes to wash, right? I have so few movies to watch, right? I have so few friends to go out with. I have so few activities to complete. All right. So my recommendation for so few, Wilson, is that as it's not something evident, you need to add something countable after so few to justify that you're using so few. All right. If not, the best option is going to be so little. All right. For general situations, Wilson, so little is always the best option. Only few when you have something countable.
Okay, teacher.
All right. I don't know if you have any questions. Let me know, please.
No, I don't have.
Okay, thank you. So few and little. Remember, please, little with uncountable, and few with countable. All right. Now we are going to finish with this idea, please, guys. This one is going to be for you, please, Paola. Such.
Okay. Such with a noun or adjective and noun. We use such to make it stronger. You are such an angel. It's such a hot day today. They are such lovely boys. I love them.
Thank you, Paola. Only one little correction. Remember, this a of this word is going to be more like a. So angel, angel. Let's repeat that one, please.
Angel.
Angel. Good. Thank you, Paola. So again, you can use it only with nouns or with adjectives plus nouns. Okay, and this is the only possibility. You are such an angel. Okay, it's an adjective. It's a noun. It describes something in a certain way, right? Because angel has a connotation, but it's a noun. Or you can use it with adjectives plus nouns. All right, so let's work this one also with you, please, Paola. You already gave me one example, but give me one more example, please, Paola, using such. What could it be, that example?
It's such a beautiful day.
It's such a beautiful day. Yes, that's valid. Thank you very much, Paola. Such a beautiful day. What about you, Daniel, please? Also with you. What example can you give me using such?
She dance. No, that's with so. I don't know, what can I say?
Could be anything, right? Sometimes you use this one, Daniel, when you feel impressed by something or by someone, right? Usually you feel impressed by that person or by that object, right? And you say, wow, it was such and blah, 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 right? Or if it was a girl, wow, right? She's such and blah, 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 right? Usually when you're impressed. So what can you say?
She dance such a professional.
Okay, but remember, if you use dance, you have to use professionally. And to use with adverbs, you need a so, right? As you were saying, Daniel. So it's going to be, she dances so professionally, right? She dances so professionally. But you can say in a different way. And you can say this one, Daniel. She is such a professional dancer. Okay, she is such a professional dancer. So it depends how you order your ideas. Okay, if you use dance at the beginning as a verb, Daniel, you have to use so, right? Because with adverbs, you use so. So she dances so professionally, or she's such a professional dancer, because dancer is going to be the noun. And you always need a noun, Daniel, always after such. It can be singular, or it can be plural, as you were telling me, Daniel, right? For example, wonderful people. It's people, you don't say but you need one now. Okay, let's try one more, please, Daniel. Let's try one more example. And remember, you have to use a noun after such.
What about this? That car is so fast, such a rocket.
Okay, good. In the second part, you need like period and semicolon, right? Because you're going to have a new idea. It is such a rocket, and it's valid. It's such a rocket. It's valid, all right? As long as it is a noun, it's going to be correct. Okay. All right, that's it. Thank you very much, Daniel. So here again, this is for everybody. You can use something with adjectives, or sometimes you can say this one, right? And people say this, for example, wow, he's such a man. right? Or wow, she's such a woman, right? So you can say that, or you can say, wow, he's such a handsome man, or wow, she is such a beautiful woman. Okay, so you have those two options, guys. Now, don't worry, we're finishing with this last idea in these 3 minutes. Results. Sometimes you can give me a result using so, and such. And with this, we finish today. Let's read this idea, please, Wilson. Results with so and such.
We often use these so and such structures with that and a clause to say what the result is. It was so cold that the water in the lake froze. He was such a good teacher that we all passed the exam. There's so much noise that I can't think.
Thank you, Wilson. All right, and to finish this one, please, we're going to try to give all of us only one idea. And here you can see how to use so and such. Usually you use it by itself in weird cases, okay? Like you were saying, Daniel, right? It's such a rocket or such a beautiful day. But usually, Larissa, Daniel, Paola, and Wilson, you use so and such with results, okay? I'm so tired that I cannot watch the movie, okay? Or he's such a good guy that I really like being with him. Okay, so only one idea. I'm going to tell you which one you're going to use. I'm going to start with you, please, Wilson. You read this example, but let's start with you, Wilson. Give me one idea using so and that, please, Wilson, like in the examples. How could it be, Wilson?
I'm so tired that I fall in my bed. I fall in my bed.
Okay, you can say in that one, fell in past, or you can say directly the action to sleep is better. All right, so I'm so tired that I fell asleep, or I'm so tired that I went to my bed directly. Okay, or I fall over my bed. One of those. Okay, so let's repeat one more time, please, Wilson.
Okay. I was so tired that I felt on my bed.
Okay, good, exactly. And remember, instead of T, it's only going to be fell, not felt, only fell.
Ah, fell. Okay.
Fell. Okay, thank you, Wilson. This is for you, Paola. The same, Paola, but in your case, you're going to use such, please. Give me one example using such and that for the result.
Okay. It was such a good meal that we make it again next Friday.
Very good. And you can put emphasis in the second part using will, right, in future, that will make it again next Friday. All right, a little bit more emphasis in the L. One more time, please, Paola, with that correction.
It was such a good meal that we will make it again next Friday.
Great. Thank you very much, Paola. Good. It is a very good example. I'm going with you, Daniel. I'm going back to so. Give me, please, one idea using so and that for the result.
That movie was so boring that we left it early.
Okay. Good, good. Only one little thing. If you say bored, it means that the movie feels that sensation. If you want to say that it produces that sensation, you have to say boring. Okay, boring is to produce. One more time with that one, please, Daniel.
That movie was so boring that we left it early.
Thank you very much. Correct. Very good. And let's finish with you, please, Larissa. The same, only using such and that for the result.
Such. Mm, she was such a smart student that
Good.
he won the competition.
All right, good. But I think at the beginning you said he and then she, right? But it's good, right? One more time. We're only using one. He was. Let's use he.
He was such a smart student that he that he's won the competition.
Okay, you can say competition, or sometimes you can say the contest, right? It's better if you say the contest. Good. Thank you, Larissa. Very good. That's it, guys. We're going to finish here today. Larissa, Daniel, Paola, and Wilson. Again, thanks for your patience. I always try to work with all of you. And again, sometimes we use more time for some things. It's because I noticed that we need to practice some details. But again, it's because I believe it's going to be better for all of us. All right. To finish today, please, as always, let's fill out today's survey. And that's it. Don't forget about the test, please, and completing the final assignments today. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you on Monday, guys.
All right, teacher. See you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, teacher. Bye, teacher.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. See you.